Alright, so today I'm going to go through from the start to finish an Abney level survey. Aristeel, our Haitian engineer, went out in the field and took GPS points as well as Abney level data and sent me the GPX files. And I'm going to show you how to take that GPX file, put it into Google Earth, then take that GPX file, extract the points, put them onto Microsoft Excel, and then manipulate those, as well as inputting in some Abney data that will show you a good elevation profile. So let's get started. I'm going to exit out of some of the programs I've got up here. I'm going to start on a blank slate for us. Alright, so if you go over here to your search bar on your computer, you'll find Garmin, that's your handheld GPS. You come in here, you go to GPX, and then you see here this is the GPX file that Aristeel did. The survey was done on the 30th of June 2015, and we want to go ahead and take a look at that in Google Earth. So let's open Google Earth. Alrighty, once in Google Earth, you go to File, Open, click on your Garmin, go to GPX. You won't see it initially, but if you come over here to this drop down and you click All Files, it'll show you the file you want. That's 30th of June. Click Open, press OK. Alright, this is a lot of waypoints right here. This is, you can tell it's an Abney level survey because of how dense these points are along this whole line. And so after speaking with Aristeel, he explained that he actually sent me a KMZ file that shows me what he was doing when he was doing this survey. And I'll just show that to you real quick. I'll unhighlight this. So what he did is he did a survey, Abney level survey, from the center of this town, which is called Morency, starting at the coastline, moving up along one of the main roads until you get to a high point above the village that you can put a reservoir. That's what he did Abney level of, and then he also took just GPS points with no Abney data from that reservoir down to a potential site for a borehole. So the next thing we want to do is take these GPS points and upload them into Excel so we can plug them into our Excel spreadsheet. So this is a blank spreadsheet on Excel. You just go to File, Open, browse to your computer. Once again, look at your handheld GPS device, click on Garmin, go to GPX again, and typically you'll have to come in here and edit it once more so it selects all files, because usually your Excel is only looking for Excel files, and you have to edit it to say all files. So click on your waypoints from the 30th of June and press Open. It'll give you a couple warnings. Just press yes and OK. And so this is the raw data from your GPS handheld. So this is the different titles that'll tell you what you're looking at. This is the time the point was taken at, your latitude, your longitude, your elevation, and then this is the waypoint number. So from Google Earth, we see that we had waypoints we had waypoints all the way from 494 all the way to 542. I'm going to come over here and we see we have 494 to 543. So those are the ones that we are looking for. So let's go ahead and I'm going to show you the Abney Design Sheet. This is the Abney Design Sheet. It has a couple different tabs. It has a data tab where you put in your GPS data and your Abney level data. After you input that, it should spit out an elevation profile, which you're going to have to edit to make it look appropriate for how much data you put in. And then it's got another tab on there called friction loss. That's just a calculator for looking at pipe losses. You don't have to do that. So let's go ahead and start filling this thing out. Project name, Morency, Haiti. Surveyor, Air Steel. Survey date, 6/30/15. GPS accuracy, I'm not sure. I don't think that goes into this spreadsheet, so it's not that important. So let's go ahead and start copying and pasting our data. A good idea here is, since we have two different, let me show you on Google Earth one more time to remind you, but oops. Since we have two different systems, we're going to have a supply system, which will be this red line. That'll go from I don't want all those lit up. Alright, so we have two different systems here. We have a supply system, which is in red, which is from a pump down in a well all the way uphill to a reservoir. So supply is red, high pressure, and then the distribution, which is blue, which is this long line here. We typically use blue lines to signify that it's treated water. So since we have two different systems, I'd like to have two different data sheets, data tabs. So I'm going to go ahead and, if you double click this, you can edit the title. I'm going to call this one data supply, and then I want to copy it. So if you right click it and you go to move or copy, this is the correct sheet. Say create a copy, press OK. So now you see we have two different tabs. We have data supply and data supply 2. So if you click and hold it, you can drag it over here, double click it, you can edit it for the distribution. Alrighty, so now we have a data for supply and data for distribution, and that's how I want to split it up. So let's see which waypoints pertain to the supply side. So it looks like the supply goes from 542 down to 534. So let's pull these ones off there. 534 to 542. So just to make sure we don't grab this point, 543. 543 is actually this borehole right here, this hand pump. We don't want to grab that because it's not important to us. I'm going to go ahead and delete it from the spreadsheet. So if you, in order to delete it, you click over here and it highlights that whole row. You click on that number 51, right click it, press delete, it goes away forever. Unless you want to use this function, which is called the undo function, and you press back, it'll reappear. But I don't want it there. So we're going from 534 to 542. So what you do is you drag and you highlight all these, right click them, and press copy. From there, come over to your spreadsheet, and under description, so this is where we're going to paste it. So you right click there, and there's a couple ways to paste it. You want to choose this second one that only pastes the values, because if you do just the standard paste, it'll mess up the background. So there you go. I know that this from this end of it, 534 is the reservoir and 542 is the well. So I'm going to go ahead and mark that down under the notes here. We go ahead and import the other data from the GPS. That's the elevation and the longitude and latitude. So right here you see this is elevation, it says ELE. Alright, so right now what this has done is it's taken the longitude and latitude and it's calculated a distance between each one of these points. Between points 534 and 535 there's 21.4 meters. And this right here shows the cumulative distance in a line from the reservoir to the well. So from here, from 0 meters, we go all the way to 178 meters. So there's 178.5 horizontal meters between the reservoir and the well. Airsteel sent me his hand notes that he took in the field when he was doing the survey. So typically what you would write is the date and the project number, and then you write your waypoint here, and your front sight and your back sight, and then a note. So what you can see here is he wrote his